For the successful IT consultant, challenging clients' current thinking and selling new, creative, innovative solutions to a client must be an important area of skill. Yet doing this, I imagine, some clients will resist. How do you overcome this resistance?
So that's an interesting point. You do get people naturally resistant to change, and it's something that's completely natural, and you must not only take into account of it, but understand it. I mean, if a consultancy came to my firm and tried to change the way I worked, I think I would offer some resistance. There would be a feeling of, who are you to tell me as an outsider that this is best for us? The first thing I do in that situation is obviously establish a rapport and come in a sort of in a low status kind of way. But I'm honest about it in that I don't have the answers. Between us, we have the answer. And you have far more of the knowledge than I have. What I bring is experience of where this has worked before, and I bring a hypothesis-based problem-solving method. You bring everything else. So what I'm saying is the value I bring is teasing out the stuff you already know.
Why do you think people do resist new innovative ideas being brought to them by consultants? Is it an insecurity, a fear, taking them out of their comfort zone in your experience?
Yeah, it's both those things. I think human beings are naturally averse to change, and I think human beings are naturally averse to being told what to do by people they have not established a credible relationship with. And to be honest, I completely understand it and I completely respect it, and I think and hope that comes across when I'm interviewing people for the first time. I make it very clear that an outsider doesn't understand the business, doesn't necessarily understand the sector even, and isn't coming in saying that he does. Again, what he does bring is the view from the outside and experience of problem solving and partnering. And once you get past that, and you realise that you recognise that you need them as much as they don't think they need you, then that's a way to move forward.
Okay. Finally, managing client relationships is a key skill for any consultant. What does this mean to you?
So traditionally, client relationship can actually be quite a rigorous, regimented process whereby you have account reviews, you have account plans, and you make specific plans to meet the relevant people, take them out to dinner, take them racing, or whatever the social event is. I have a slightly different view, and mine is based on almost based on statistics. So what my theory is that if you have a number of clients, 20, which maybe you're doing work with 2 at any particular time, you steadfastly maintain those relationships with the 20 and find out what's going on in their world and make sure that they know what's going on in your world, with the view that at some point those 2 points will collide and they'll have a need which is mapped onto something that they know you can deliver. So some account management is very aggressive, and as soon as a new service or solution comes available from my company, they'll be going out trying to sell it. In my experience, trying to sell a particular solution at a particular time, you're on a hiding to nothing, because the chances of your client actually needing that at that particular point are next to nothing. So it's a ratio, I suspect, of about 10 to 1. Clients that you know are intimate with, and those that you're working with at any one time. At the rest of the time, you're just maintaining and farming that relationship. And you can choose the clients as well based on whether you personally get on with them, whether you understand them, whether you think they have money, whether you just like seeing them. But that's the way that's my approach to account management, which is slightly less rigorous, slightly more long term, but not quite the traditional way that a lot of people go about it.
But regular contact is a key element of that, for one reason or another.
Yeah, so it goes back to intimacy, and it's not necessarily formal. It's a phone, it's a beer, it's a whatever suits you and that individual person. It's web research, it's whatever it is, so that you understand at any one time what one of your 20 or so key clients is doing at any one time. And of course that's a dynamic list. So people drop off for whatever reason, and other people come on for whatever reason. And as you do assignments, of course, you pick up new ones. So one of your success factors for any particular assignment is, I will build 2 more potential relationships to pop into my 20,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so that the list doesn't stagnate and go stale over time.
Okay. Well, look, thank you very much for answering those few questions. In summary, it seems to me the best-in-class IT consultant is really effective in 7 different areas. And from what you were saying, those would be, first of all, thought leadership. Secondly, client knowledge and understanding, what you've called client intimacy. Thirdly, this ability to think at a strategic, holistic level, as well as a technical level. Fourthly, the ability to diagnose and solve problems, the detective analogy, as you mentioned. Next, the creative and innovative thinking required in order to have the client see new ways of doing things and accept those. Relationship management, of course, to stay in touch, but to build the future business opportunities with a given client. That came across very strongly. And this idea of solution selling. The idea is that you are there to be an enabler of their future success, to partner them in that, and to bring solutions to assist them in that.
Yeah, and I think it's very useful to break it down in those ways, because as a consultant you're stronger in some areas than others, and it's a nice neat checklist to go through as you pursue your assignments, your jobs, your career, and saying, actually, am I intimate enough with my client, or is my knowledge as good as it could be in certain areas? Have I written a thought leadership paper recently?
Yeah.
So I might use that list.
Great.
To make sure that I'm still on
Well,
track.
that's great.